What can I do? I'm broke. I don't even have $1. The best investment you can make is in yourself. How do you make investment in yourself? What does it mean to invest in yourself? Invest in yourself have different terms. There are so many things you can do to invest in yourself, either your intellect or your skill sets. Skill sets now are is a bundle term for so many underlying concepts of skills. So what skills are relevant in today's day and age? The first skill you can start developing if you have $0 to your name, which would cause a ripple effect across your life in the days to come. The first skill to invest is in your knowledge. Your knowledge is very important than your mindset. When you start reading and changing the kind of information you impute here, things begin to change because you cannot solve the same problem in your life with the same mindset that gave you those problems. So when you start reading and getting new information, you see that things begins to change because you start to attract a certain kind of people. So reading and investing in yourself is one of the best investments you can use. And you can make this investment with zero to or next to no money aside your time. So your time is one of the most valuable assets because when you're starting on, you have nothing except your time. So starting on, you have to provide a service-based kind of item. If you want to make money, what is money? Money is a system of exchange. How do you get money? Majority of people say, I want to make money. But you can't make money. You take money from someone else. How you take that money is by offering a service or a product. So you have to get good at taking money, not making money. So invest in skill set and find something that is valuable that you can offer to another person in exchange for his money. Get good at taking money, which is the first thing. So what are the relevant skills in today? The relevant skills that you can master. I'm not here to tell you drop shipping or all these things. The first thing you can start doing is to invest in your financial literacy and your communication skills. You could be the best painter, you could be Elon, but if you do not have the ability to articulate your ideas such that you can project your belief or what you want to do into the mind of others, then you make little to no money, or at best you end up getting 30% of what you're producing because someone who's more skilled at communicating and marketing can have to front you your own product. It's the same problem with it's the same thing that transpired between Steve Jobs and Woz. Woz was the engineer behind Apple design and uh, the development of the compartment chips. But Steve was the marketer, Steve was the designer. So Steve Jobs, the name Steve Jobs has become associated with Apple because he was able to sell himself as well as build other cool products aside the Apple One computer. So I'm not downplaying or trying to discredit his efforts. So just to give you an insight, a logical example of what that would look like. So I'm speaking from the top of my head. This was not planned. This was not scripted. Just pure fire. So exchange your service for money. Understand how the interest rates correlate. Now we're at a time where inflation is skyrocketing. The bank interest rate is high, mortgage rate is high. So what do you invest in times like this? You go to bonds, not just any bonds, because this is the mistake people make. Oh, I'm just going to throw my money into bonds. But there are different kind of bonds. There are bank bonds, there are corporate bonds, there are government bonds. Why should you invest in either of each? Let me tell you something. Investing in bank bonds, for instance, is one of the most highest risk thing you can do because banks they are not producing anything per se. Plus, they have no inventory backing up those bonds. I had a guy buy 200 million bonds and sold it for 30 million bonds at the end of the year because it became devalued. Whereas corporate bonds, for instance, they are public, they have shares, just like Apple just like borrowing Apple money. So borrowing Apple money, you have a guarantee that it's most likely they are going to be in existence. So there's a possibility that you're going to pay your money back. So your money is kind of safe because Apple is a reputable company and they're a $3 trillion company. it's very unlikely. I'm not saying it's impossible, but it's improbable for you to lose every single thing. One of the safest bonds you can buy is government bonds. Government bonds, they are backed up by the US Treasury Department. So even if the government defaults, you're going to end up getting your money back because they'll just turn on the money printers and print. I'm not advising you what to buy. I'm just giving you the pros and cons of each investment class. So the two things you can build when with $0 are communication skill and invest in your financial literacy. So when that opportunity comes, you are able to not just get money, you are able to preserve and multiply. The difference between you and a footballer, even though he's making millions of money and they end up broke, is because they made that money using their body, not their mind. Not that they don't have a mind, but they they have not developed the faculties of their mind such that they can live a lifestyle that and channel those finances into producing assets that preserves their income as opposed to dilute it. So you see these footballers now selling out merch. This is something they've understood. But merch money is not going to preserve you in the long run. So you have to understand how to invest money, multiply and preserve, as well as your communication skills. Develop these few things and you're set for life. As always, my friend, the pleasure speaking to you. I'll see you next time.